Are you guys running out of room and looking for more storage inside your Coleman 17B? Does the wasted space underneath the rear bunkhouse drive you guys absolutely nuts? Well, stay tuned, because today we're going to show you the cheapest, simplest way to finally be able to maximize all that storage space under the rear bunks we've been missing out on. Welcome back to the Camping Loop. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is hot. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, as a matter of fact. And I don't know why I've waited till day 57 of it being over 90 degrees to start this project, but once we get this unlocked, I'm sure it's going to be nice and cool in here. Oh, nope. Gonna have a heat stroke. Where's my water? Now, before we go inside the devil's armpit here, let me show you on this side kind of what I'm talking about and what I'm thinking. On newer, I believe it's 2023 and up, Coleman 17Bs, they finally started utilizing this area here, which obviously is below the bunkhouse. The difference on those campers is they got smart enough to use an exterior plug where it comes completely out of the camper and not stored underneath here and plugs in separately. Whereas ours, as you can see, is one of these convenient pull-out that doesn't detach from the camper. And what I'm thinking is going inside, I realize that that's going to be taking up a lot of space under the bunk, but if we can maybe box that out and throw a couple hinges on there, then we'll have the same access as they do. Let's go inside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so here we are inside the camper. I know it's kind of dark in here. I'll tell you, it's definitely hot in here. I mean, we've had a long stretch of 90, 92, 94 degree days here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm definitely a summer guy, but woo, trying to get anything done. Bear with me on this one. Anyway, what I'm thinking is, let me get this bottom bunk mattress out of the way here. I should have probably already had that done, but I'm unprepared. I'll just throw that over there for now. Let me get you guys in here so I can show you what I'm talking about. This is our bottom bunk here, and the difference, like I was saying outside, is we don't have any hinges or any way to access this. What I'm thinking is it's just a couple simple screws here. Pop these out. We'll make a cut on this thing. We'll throw some hinges on here. That way we have all this storage space underneath this rear bunk, kind of like the new models do. And again, I could be wrong. Let me know down in the comments section if you guys have a newer model and if it has, under storage bunk right from the factory or not. And whether it has I don't know what you call it, one of the exterior plugs that's not, you don't have to pull it in through the bottom. Just out of curiosity, I'm trying to figure out what years they started doing that. These have been around a long time. Ours is a 2020 model, built in 2019. And every year they make them, seems like they have better upgrades and learn from the past. Now again, guys, very basic, simple tools you're going to need here. Obviously an impact or a drill or something like that. And then you're going to want to find yourself, if you have one of these square bits. I know that's probably hard for you guys to see. If you use a Phillips head, which it will fit in there, most likely you're going to end up stripping out the screws. And obviously, we're not trying to cause more issues than we need. So all we got to do is pop these two screws out. We should be able to lift this piece of wood out of here without any issues. Let's see if that goes as planned. Perfect. So again, this piece of trim just lifts right off here after you pop the screws out, and we should be able to lift this board, yep, just like so. And then what we're going to do is throw a couple hinges on the back, and we have all sorts of access under here. Let me show you guys the difference between mine and what your model may look like, just so you know that we're a little bit limited. As you can see where our power cord has to be stored, they do have it blocked off in here, which is nice, but look at all this wasted space back here. I know it's probably hard to see. That's plenty of room for our bocce boards, or bocce ball. I mean, we have all sorts of outdoor games. Now, our wiring is here, and looks like they did a really great job from the factory and didn't make that into a rat's nest at all. So I think what I'm going to do is actually block that off as well. Anyway, let me get this board pulled off of here. We're going to bring it outside. I'll get you guys set up, show you where to cut it, where to measure it. We're going to still try to keep it so everything's attached on the frame in the back. Throw some hinges on here and see how it works. All right, guys, I got my Fisher-Price measuring tape and my board out here on the sawhorse. Now, fun fact, if you guys ever wanted to do some more remodeling, check this out. All the board is that's sitting on that bunk is paneling that they use throughout the rest of the camper. So if you ever were short a piece of this, you could easily replace that with a piece of 1/8" plywood, and you got a whole bunch of extra right here. Just keep that in mind. I never knew that before. I thought they were actually using something decent. We shouldn't be surprised by that, I guess. Anyway, we're just going to measure down here a couple inches on both sides, mark it. Go ahead and set this over there on the sawhorse, rip it in half, and then we'll bring you guys inside to show you how we hook it up. Let me flip this around. See if we can make somewhat of a straight cut here. I'm going to move this over here so I got a flat surface. We'll throw that down there right on the storage tote. Alright, got you guys set back up inside here, and all we did was pick up a cheap pack of these 3-inch hinges from Home Depot. I think they were $4 or something like that. Cheap, you know what I mean? Brought the boards back in. I got them laid out where they go. Obviously the small piece is going to be in the back, and then just lay your other one on. And the idea here is throw a couple of these hinges on. Phillips head is what you're going to need for that, obviously. Make sure you're not, you know, using the wrong thing. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's hot as hell in here. I'm just going to kind of space these evenly. That way it, you know, distributes nice on both. Now, you guys know how much room there is to work in here, especially if you're a bigger fella. Throw this on here. Go back here. Let me get you guys in here and show you what we got going on now. So like I said, we did end up screwing down threw a couple screws in this back piece of wood just to stop it from flopping around. But now we have easy access and hinges just like the newer models, and I can't believe that they wouldn't do this from the factory. Look at all the space that's going to waste for these things. I'm sure if you guys are familiar with camping in a small little travel trailer like this, every little inch of space comes in handy. So it's really surprising to me that they wouldn't do this on these earlier models. I guess anything to save a buck. So again, picked up a lot of extra storage space. We are going to end up boxing out our power cord just to make it a little easier for things to slide in and out of there. Very simple, very cheap. I think we got $5-10 into this whole deal. If you guys are in one of these smaller campers, you certainly know how important every square inch of storage is. We appreciate you guys watching. Check out the video on the dinette transformation we did a couple months back. That's going to gain you all this extra floor space in here. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will catch you guys next week.